This video demonstrates how to use Crop Tracker to estimate yield potential for your paddocks using the integrated APSM model within ProductionWise. It highlights the necessary paddock information required for the model to accurately forecast yield. Crop Tracker uses your paddock-specific operations and input data with an automatic feed of climate data to provide real-time insights of crop yield assessment and climatic exposure. Crop Tracker is an add-on feature allowing you to track your paddock's yield performance by using the APSM phenology model developed by the CSIRO. To start using the Crop Tracker, create a sowing activity for one of your paddocks. Crop Tracker supports 5 main crop types with a high number of modern varieties for wheat, barley, canola, oats and grain sorghum. You will see the crops supported in ProductionWise have APSM next to the crop type name. There is a bar at the bottom left of the form which indicates if all the required information for Crop Tracker have been entered. If the bar is red or yellow, this means there are still some outstanding details required. You can guide yourself by locating the parameters that have a green CT icon to the right of them. Check the Advanced tab also, as Crop Tracker only supports crops grown for the purpose of grain. Once your crop is selected, go to the marketplace, locate the new paddock to be tracked, select the paddock and mark the Crop Tracker checkbox. You might need to pay for that paddock if you don't have an available token. Remember to press confirm to enable this paddock. Once you have enabled the paddock in the marketplace, navigate to the Tools tab and select Crop Tracker. Select the desired paddock and ensure the correct growing window is selected. Remember, Crop Tracker can be run on previous seasons for paddocks retrospectively, so you can view historical modelled outcomes with actual harvested yields. Doing this allows you to determine if the most appropriate APSM soil type selection has been made. Below the crop and climate summary boxes, there are a number of clickable paddock operation icons in red, yellow or green. These boxes provide a handy click-through to show you what operations and inputs are feeding into the Crop Tracker model. Icons which are red will require additional information before being considered in the simulation. Yellow icons show that more information could be provided to improve the accuracy of the model. If you do not have information for some of these parameters, it may be affecting the yield forecast results. At any point during the season, these details can be modified or updated as you see fit. There are some key parameters which will affect Crop Tracker results significantly. APSM soil characterizations have been conducted across the country, and Crop Tracker uses the soil you select to model the crop-soil-water interactions. Please ensure the soil type selected is the most relevant to the majority of the soil for your paddock. You can edit it from here. There are a number of key soil parameters provided, so having an understanding of your soil type is preferable. Sometimes there are some APSM soils that will not support certain crops. This may need to be considered if this situation arises. Just choose the next most appropriate soil type for your crop grown. If you have undertaken soil testing across your paddocks, enter the lab results here. It is important to enter as much information as you can. Starting soil water is a critical element to initiate the model, so knowing this value improves the model accuracy. This information can be sourced from a soil test, push rod or even a soil moisture probe you might have access to. The parameters with a CT icon are most important for Crop Tracker. Crop Tracker is highly responsive to nutrient loadings, especially nitrogen, hence the importance of soil test and fertiliser applications. If fertiliser has been applied before or after the sowing event, enter the details of these applications by clicking this icon. If you've added fertiliser when sowing the crop, click the sown crop icon. Click the Edit button and add the fertiliser to the Inputs tab. The details of this fertiliser added at sowing will be visible under the Fertiliser tab on the Crop Tracker page. Complete the previous harvest icon by selecting the last crop that you had in your paddock. The system uses the previous yield to determine standing stubble load and decomposition of carryover surface organic residues. If you undertaken any cultivation or irrigation activities, add them using these icons. Crop Tracker provides several climate and crop summary outputs which are visualised in these boxes. Each box can be expanded to show additional details. Crop Tracker will estimate the growth stage of your crop, which allows you to understand critical growth periods and plan management actions as the crop develops. Click this chart icon to get additional information. The most recent yield prediction will be displayed for your paddock here. If you have planned operations such as a fertiliser top dressing, the system will simulate a yield response into the future. In order to receive accurate results, consider nurturing the system with as much quality data as you possibly can. To track the seasonal yield progression for the paddock, open the yield chart to see the full yield prediction ranges, growth stages and average NDVI curve for the crop. Fluctuations in NDVI are often a response to fertiliser applications or climate stresses such as frost events. Soil water outputs from the model are also presented to show the soil moisture status. Keep track of the growing season rainfall, frost risks and heat stresses that may affect the crop during critical development phases. Please don't hesitate to give us a call if you feel your crop tracker is not working for you.